me back to work. You know what gets me out of the bed in the morning? The thought of me entering the bad timeline, where my daughter's a thought, my wife is a day drinker, and my son paints his nails. A moment of silence for our brothers currently experiencing this. Alright, that's enough. When it comes to sticking to your goals, especially if you're in the beginning stages of self-improvement or like learning a new skill, there's such a hump to get over because you're likely looking up tutorials on how to do whatever the thing is by like people that are just like miles ahead of you. And then sometimes it's just hard to keep this like desired end goal at the front of your mind. When I say desired end goal, I'm not talking about like mastering the skill because normally there's like a deeper want behind it. Like, why do I work out? Oh, of course I do it for me and I do it to be healthy. No! That's a lie. I absolutely want Burger King girls' attention. I mean, like, giving mama 2 tickets to the gun show. I mean, what's wrong with that? I'm bringing back the numbers for this video. Not Mason's numbers, but I got 3 points I want to hit. Number 1, routine. What do you mean make a timetable, dude? I'm not even motivated to leave the bed. Brother, I will come at you with a drill. I struggled for this too for a bit, where I was like, I don't want to go to the gym today. I don't want to drive. I don't want to lift today. Here's the recipe to start building your routine back up. Wake up and don't go on your phone. Stay like that for as long as possible. Listen to the thoughts that come into your head and not the thoughts where it's like about visiting the bad site. Like just push through that and then soon enough you'll start to hear, all right, it's the beginning of the day. Let's do something small. If it's push-ups in your room or jumping jacks, just make sure that you do enough to get your blood pumping. I don't know what it is, but when you start to feel like blood rush through your body, that's when that guy, that mythical 10 out of 10 guy deep inside of you, the one you're working towards physically and mentally, he starts to come out. He's the guy that's going to be able to stick to the daily tasks and the routine. And things are just going to get easier for him because of like a compound effect where like the longer you consistently work on something, the more you'll start to see like the dividends of your work. Suddenly you're earning more money. ESPN is giving you a call. You're getting more attention and respect from others. You get a taste of things to come and you get this feeling of, I don't want to lose this. And suddenly, sticking to a routine is easy. Number 2, focus. I said that kind of intense. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm using the term focus interchangeably with that phenomenon where you sit down to do work and then suddenly you've just been on YouTube for like the past hour or so. Or like you've been watching that anime your friend recommended to you. No, I'm telling you, the anime is super good. You just have to ignore that it's his little sister. Only a lobotomy is going to fix something like that. I'm talking about not like suddenly losing this time that you've dedicated towards this goal of yours. I don't really believe too much in programs on your computer that like block sites like YouTube for like an hour or two because I like to listen to music on YouTube while I work. But that's just a little bit about me. Gosh, dude, that was frickin' anyways. But something so stupid I didn't discover it, but I discovered it for myself, is blinders. Like when horses have like a race and then like the sides of their vision are blocked by like something that they're wearing. I don't have much in my current room other than something. But in my old room, I had a lot of cool stuff on my walls and I didn't want to take it down. But I work so much better when I have like a blank wall with no distractions. It reminds me of a funny room. But a way to deal with all the physical distractions is it's stupid. And if this sounds like a rubber room idea to you, just don't do it. Wear a hoodie while you work to the point where like you give yourself tunnel vision with whatever you're working on. If you're on your computer or like trying to read something, make sure you don't cover your nose so that you can, breathe and you're good to go with this like makeshift blinder on. It looks silly, but man, I honestly can't argue with the results. Number 3, have a burning desire. I've talked about this before, but I've sworn off video games until I reached like a $5,000 a month in my business. I cannot tell you how excited I am to play something like Halo again, or like one of those games where I can dress up as like a waifu with like, for the smaller hitboxes. I mean, guys, I'm in my little Neku era. I would make a Burger King girl joke, but I wouldn't use like a single person as like my reason for doing things unless you already have like a ring on that thing. Gosh, man, I got bars. Like, use tattoo guidance. Like, think, would you risk tattooing this person's name on your body? For me, I just want to get back to that feeling of like when I was a child and I didn't have to worry about finances and I didn't have to worry about my boss breathing down my neck. Like, obtaining childhood freedom, but with adult money or like substantial wealth. Gosh, dude, that is a dream worth fighting for. Like if someone in my family gets sick, I can take on the finances off their mind that way so that they can just focus on getting better, as opposed to burning a hole in their wallet. And who wouldn't want that? All right, bro. Sun's coming down. God bless, and don't forget, we're all gonna make it.